Ooh, it is your witchy friend Grace from Small World's Big Adventures with a little Spooktober announcement before our review of the spooky board game Unlock Mysterious Adventure, The House on the Hill. This week, and the next 3 weeks, we'll be giving away a game from our personal collection. This week's is, well, the game we're reviewing today, Unlock Mystery Adventures House on the Hill, a spooky escape room in a box. To qualify, you must live in the United States and comment on at least one video this week, October 1st through 7th. We will then randomly choose a winner from the comments. Also, everyone who comments throughout the month, from the 1st to the 30th, will be entered for a brand new copy of Horrified, a maddening cooperative board game with iconic monsters. We will announce the winner by commenting on one of the winning person's comments and announce on each Sunday's video who has won. The more videos you comment on, the greater your chance to win. So let us know your thoughts on each game.
Hi, I'm Gracie, and this is Scott from Small World's Big Adventures, building community through gaming. And today we're talking about Unlock Mystery Adventures, The House on the Hill.
Yeah, The House on the Hill is a game for 1 to 6 players. It plays in about 60 minutes. In fact, you're timed to 60 minutes. Cost is somewhere between $15 and $30. Looking around, it's kind of all over the place. Mm-hmm. We got it for $15, and your local game store probably carries it for that. But if you're getting it online, it might depend.
But also, Unlock is a common series, and sometimes you can get like grouped bundles too.
You can get it in a bundle, so you kind of want to look around and see what you're finding. Yeah. Setup takes about 5 minutes. Same to put down. It's just a deck of cards, basically. Mm-hmm. Deck of cards, an app, and an instruction manual.
Yeah.
The game plays. It's basically a card game that plays like an escape room.
Yep.
And that's
it.
Essentially it. You're going through and you're looking for clues on the different cards. You then use the clues that you find with the app to then direct you to a different card as you're basically moving through the clues in the room that you're in, or the house that you're in, or whatever deck you might be using.
Yeah.
House on the Hill is designed as a kind of a haunted, spooky, paranormal house, and that's why we're doing it in Spooktober.
With this being an escape room style board game, we are wondering if you've ever done an escape room, and if so, did you win? I have done 3, and I've won every one.
Did 2 of them with you.
Yeah. When we rate our games, we do them on a 5-point scale from terrible, bad, mixed, good to excellent, and we kick off with player agency. What do you think?
I put bad. This is a weird game.
Yeah, fair.
So it's a little hard to kind of rate it on some of these scales. There's not a lot you can do. You're mainly looking at the card and trying to find the hidden number in the card.
Yep. The message, the hints, whatever.
The hints. Yeah. And that's basically all you do. So there just isn't a lot of things that you're technically doing in the game. So I rated it as bad.
I did the same for the same reason, especially if we're looking at this as like an escape room, comparing the player agency in that. In a real escape room, you literally can just like run wild in the room that you're in until you find clues. Where this, it's specifically the cards in your hand until you figure it out to find the next clue.
Yeah.
So I also wrote it bad.
Yeah.
But I thought mechanics are good. They guide you through it. All of the puzzles, for the most part, are like able to be figured out. There was one I remember we had especially difficult time with, but again, you'll have that in an escape room. So, but you said mixed.
I said mixed. A couple of reasons. One, everything you said was basically true, but Unlock makes a series of games, and this one specifically is rated easiest on their scale. So if all we're looking at is this, that's fine. And 2, the way the system works, a lot of times you're finding numbers as a code that will take you to other cards and stuff. And if you're convinced your code is right, but it's not, you could pull out the wrong card.
You were correct.
And it wouldn't make any sense to what you're doing. It wouldn't be helpful. And there's no, since it's not a real world location or anything, or there's no GM or anything like that, there's no one to tell you, oh, you can't actually pull that card out. Technically, if I messed up or was just weird, I could pull all the cards I wanted and look at them for clues. So mixed is mechanics wise.
You convinced me. I will go with mixed too. Components, we both said mixed with this. I feel like it's mixed in the sense you have the cards. The cards are fine. You have the app, which is fine. Nothing spectacular. That is where I am on it.
Yeah, that's basically what I did. I almost went good. You have a deck.
Yeah.
A deck of cards. But the art on the cards are good.
Very nice.
It is good art, and it's cheap for...
That's true.
For all you're getting is a, I'm not entirely sure, 120 cards or something maybe.
I think so, yeah.
Somewhere in that range, 100 cards maybe. So I almost went good for that. It's cheap, and all you're getting is a deck of cards, but I mean, you're not paying $50 for this game either. And the art is really good. Like I do like the art, and for this thematic wise, and we'll get to that, like the art
matches on point.
So, but I did go with mixed because at the end of the day, it is just a deck.
Yeah. But you were talking about
theme. Mostly because of the art, I went good.
Yeah.
It plays through. The art is kind of a creepy old abandoned house. There's some creepy items in it, and that all kind of works to. There's not really a story there as you're going through, but then again, in an escape room, there's
not really a story either.
Depending on the escape room you're playing, anyway, there's not much story there either. It's just kind of all in the presentation, but the presentation's good.
Yeah, I said the same thing, pretty much for the same reasons. I would say the clues from Recall also match kind of that haunted housey feel. So low side of good, but good theming overall. Enjoyability. I think it's good. It's fun.
Yeah, I also said good too. Yeah. I enjoyed the hour that we spent with the game for what it was. It
technically a little over an hour. We did not beat the time.
We had to pause. I think you pause it. Oh, that's right. We didn't quite finish in the hour, did we? I put that down towards mechanics though. It was good. It was an enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
It did for spending $15 on a deck of cards. Kind of felt like doing an escape room.
Yeah.
And if that's the experience you're looking for, this worked pretty good.
Yeah.
Couldn't really beat the price. The only issue was we got done with it and we're like, well, I don't think we'd play this again.
I already solved the puzzles.
I solved the puzzles. I know where the stuff is on the cards. They're not extra hidden puzzles as far as I could tell on any of the cards. We went over those cards real well. I don't think you go through the whole decks. Maybe there's a couple of splitting options. Maybe. Not sure about that. But I did enjoy playing the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I did too. I love puzzles and games and figuring out stuff. So this is very enjoyable for me. And going into my final thoughts, if you like escape rooms or you like puzzles and figuring stuff out, this would be a great game for you. I did feel like compared to the escape rooms I've done, this was tougher. I think, and I mainly do that based out of ego, I won every physical escape room. I did not win this one.
Sure.
Technically.
Again, I kind of agree with you, mainly because, again, you can't pick up an item and rotate it around and look at it.
Yeah.
I can't, in a physical escape room, I'm not pulling in something that's maybe in a different room or something that is still locked that I shouldn't be able to get to because I made a mistake. I don't know if I'd quite go with tougher, but it just...
different, for sure.
Different. Sure.
And while it says it's up to 6 players, we have not played this game or any of the other Unlock games with 6 players. But based on the fact that you're so focused on the cards, I would keep it to 2, maybe 3 people.
3 was fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go maybe 4, but I don't know if I don't think I'd go to 6.
Like since you're so focused on these cards, and they're good sized cards.
Yeah.
But like, if you have 4, 5, 6 people, not everyone's going to be actively engaged.
No, but you have multiple cards out at one time that you're looking at. They do kind of reference each other. So yeah, 3 worked. I felt worked fine. Yeah. 4 would probably be okay, but I don't know about 5 and 6.
I would say 2. It's a great date night.
2, yeah, it's probably probably a good date night game. Yeah.
You and your best friend, whatever it is. Twosome is probably ideal for this.
Sure.
But what were your final thoughts?
It felt like an escape room. You know, as much as a deck of cards, looking at a deck of cards can feel like that, like it does convey that feeling. I did like that. You need the app to play it. That's neither bad nor good.
No,
but
just
something you need to keep in mind. So as long as that app still exists, you can play it. If that app goes away, then you're going to have a problem, I think, with running the game. And then, not to end it kind of on a downer note, but just kind of to reiterate, like, there's nothing stopping you from pulling the wrong card when you got the clue wrong. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we did that at one point, which is one of the reasons why we had to. I know we had to stop the time at some point and check the rules and make sure we weren't doing stuff wrong and look a couple of things up. But
I will say, going off of that, while the timer in the app kind of goes into the red when you've gone over, it doesn't just shut you out. So even if you don't finish in an hour, you can still finish. You've just technically lost.
Yeah, and I think the in-game correction for like pulling a wrong card or something, I think literally was it took time away from you, which I think is something that happened to us.
Yep. But if you enjoy escape rooms, mystery games like Clue, or cooperative games like Castle Panic, then you're probably going to like this. And if you think you will like it, we are giving it away this week from our personal library. Like we said, 1 playthrough, and you're probably ready to gift it to someone else, and we want to gift it to you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and drop a comment below to be entered for it. But if you enjoyed our review, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to hear more board game reviews, gamekeeper tips, new explanations of our campaign that's coming up, go ahead and subscribe. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified next time we upload. But there's nothing else. See you next time.